In this time of absolute darkness, we must unite.
As soon as the declaration of war was made, the Militesi main fleet swarmed into all corners of Rubrum. At the same time, a separate fleet was charged with a sneak attack. Peristilium. A lessee accompanied this task force. Using a lessee to invade a sovereign state was a direct violation of the Pax Codex, a treaty created by all 4 crystal states of Orients. The besieged Peristilium attempted to repel Milites's Magitech armors with powerful magic. Not even the mighty warships could withstand the awesome power of the summoned Eidolons. It seemed that the Militesi offensive would fail. However, the lessee Kunmi led a special unit past Rubrum's defenses and activated a new weapon, the Crystal Jammer, neutralizing the power of the Vermilion bird crystal. Severed from the source of their magical powers, the Rubrum forces were quickly overwhelmed and overrun. Imperial Marshal Sid Olstein demanded of Chancellor Kalia Cheval VI, the leader of Rubrum, that he surrender and transfer the Vermilion bird crystal to Militesi control.
Your crystal cannot protect you. Resistance is no longer an option. You have 6 hours. You must comply with our demands, or face the full might of our forces. In which case, I promise you, the roads of Rubrum will run red with the blood of her people.
May the crystal guide them to salvation.
When 999, the depths of reason shall stir. When the seal of creation is broken, a voice like thunder shall sound, and thou shalt know. We have arrived.
Test you out, and if you're not working, okay, let's see how this goes. Test you out, if you're not working. Haha, it is working. Okay, let's see how this goes. Okay, so I'm not gonna need the volume on that. I'm gonna toss you here. Alright, folks, it is about midnight in Belgium right now, and I took a nap this afternoon because I worked some pretty long hours yesterday and it kind of messed with my sleep schedule. So now I'm awake and I have a lot of things on my mind, as I'm sure all of you do, given our present circumstances. Whoa, can't do that. Start the game with officer into media mode. Sure. Yeah, most of my concerns right now are
the path was not chosen.
Financial.
They chose their path.
Yes. Not knowing the fear of death.
Having never learned the fear
Oh my
of
gosh.
confronting it.
How do you lower the volume on this? Probably in the settings. One sec. Video clip, screenshot, share music, share video clip, share. Okay. Spectators on. Huh. Header sharing link, blah blah blah. Alright. Let's try this again.
Still. Have a ways to go.
Success. Glad you can hear me. It's been a pretty chaotic few days. Doing a lot of these concerts, and I've actually recently just ended the lockdown concerts. I'm still going to perform for my neighbors, but I'll only be doing it on weekends just because of the time commitment was a bit much. And it's really hard to spend quality time with my wife, and despite being in the same space every single day, we didn't really spend more than maybe a couple of hours together a day. So I just wanted to find a sustainable balance, and I decided to move things to weekends. I'm still actually going to post every day, but I'm going to be doing 2 songs per concert on weekends, and I'm going to post those throughout the week. And then any projects I'm doing throughout the week with other musicians, any collaborations, I'll likely be posting those on Thursdays. I have one in the works right now with Dean, phenomenal Toronto keys player, and going to be doing a rendition of Doja Cat's Say So, which I already have on my channel. This is actually going to go on Dean's channel, but he's rearranged it as a ballad, so it's going to be a sax and piano ballad, which I'm really excited to do. I'm going to start recording that tomorrow. And 2 other projects I have on the go with 2 other vocalists that I hope to tackle this week. And then obviously well, actually not so obviously, I posted my first video I think just yesterday for my Flute Noob series. I'm trying to gauge interest right now. Regardless, I'm gonna learn the flute because I have the time to do so, and it never hurts to have a few more skills up your sleeve. But just gauging interest on that, and if people are really taking to Flute Noob, thanks Cheryl. If people are really taking to that playlist, I will spin it off into a separate channel just so that, you know, the CATOINMOTION channel isn't too cluttered. I guess the last thing I'm working on, which is going to take a bit more time, is a podcast on something completely unrelated to music, because I'm more than a musician, even though everyone typically just sees me as being a musician. and I need this mostly for myself, but it is a podcast geared towards helping others really zero in on what their motivations
I'm right here.
for their careers are, and helping people find clarity. It's something that's always been close to my heart, as I'm always constantly on a search looking for new things, new adventures to explore, usually in business. A lot of failed businesses, but you know, I really enjoyed the journey, and you know, I'm just gonna keep building things for as long as I live, and
Isana.
I'm hoping that I can give somebody more clarity through this podcast. But I'm actually a really shy person. Anyone that's been watching this channel probably wouldn't be able to tell.
Too late.
But I'm
I know that.
a bit of an introvert, so it's taking some getting used to do all these videos and talk to an audience. Just talk with myself on air, like right now. This is something very new for me. But you know, I'm always trying to broaden my horizons. I want to be better tomorrow than I was yesterday. So you know, just gonna keep pushing.
Let's rest.
Oh my lord, this intro's like 10 minutes long. I just want to
I always thought that
kill stuff in game.
your name was weird. I'm telling you.
So yeah, what's been on my mind actually? So that's what I've been up to, aside from.
Pulled that one out of a hat.
Actually, I guess I've been up to more than that. Haven't posted any videos on the home garden we've started. I think we went from what, seven or eight plants at the start of lockdown to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I'm just going to count all those basil plants as 1, 19, all those as 1, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Stay strong.
I think we got 28 plants in the house right now. It's slowly turning into a jungle. My favorite is actually the jade plant.
Would have liked to see you again.
Don't know why I have a special bond with that one in particular. I might post a BTS video just showing you guys some of the stuff we've planted and propagated just for kicks. It doesn't really have much to do with the channel, but why not? Aside from that, I've really gotten into cooking, but only one thing. Or yeah, one thing. Two things. Thai and Malaysian curries. So every week now I'm trying a different recipe, and mostly what I'm experimenting with is making the paste that you would normally buy from like the grocery store to make these curries. Just making them from scratch, getting the raw ingredients and testing out different combinations. And today's curry was a Thai Penang curry, and that had a lot of ingredients in it. Possibly too rich and definitely too hot for my wife. I think a blocked scene. I've entered a blocked scene, folks. Learning as I go. Yeah, a little too hot for my wife. I put 6 hot peppers into it. I've seen some recipes that call for 15, but I figured that would kill both of us, so tried to find a happy medium, but it was a little too hot today. But it's got star anise, lemongrass, cinnamon, garlic. I didn't have sufficient amounts, coriander seeds, fresh coriander, 1 onion. Unfortunately, I didn't have any shallots, and I'm trying to work with what I got. Some fish sauce, salt, pepper. I think I put some paprika, cumin, and fresh cardamom seeds. I actually smashed some pods open and, oh yeah. I thought it was really good. Maybe a little too rich for Lindsay, so I think I'm going to dial it back next time because there was also peanut butter in this curry. So it was a peanut-based curry, but we didn't have fresh peanuts to actually blend into the food processor, so I did use this raw peanut butter that we got at the beginning of lockdown. We have like 5 kilograms of it, so I didn't feel bad using a cup. And made this curry, and it was pretty good today. I think the last one I made was possibly better, but I'm taking notes, and I expect the next one to be far better than the one today. I think that concludes what I've been up to. It's probably a few more things, but whatever. Now on to what's been on my mind. Mostly just trying to figure out. Oh my gosh, I finally get to move in the game. Let's see, relay status. No.
Class 0. Respond.
Class 0 here.
Okay.
Good. The comm arrived safely. Praise
This
be unto the warrior who lost his name.
this. Okay, cool. Yeah, mostly just trying to figure out what to do with my money, because I feel like
Then neutralize it.
caught between a rock and a hard place in the moment. It helps that I do have a business and that
Guide you.
offers me some protections from the economic fallout that is currently underway, but you know, you hey Terry. Right, it's pretty early for you, so of course you'll be online. You know, let me think about that. Maybe I'll give it to you. That's very unlikely. If anything, you should be giving money to me. I am just a poor broke musician trying to find his way through life, man. Oh man. Yeah, guys, literally I'm making nothing right now. I think I was at the top of my career in beginning of what, February, and then come April everything just tanked, and basically now I can't do my job for the foreseeable future. So sure, per broke musician, YouTube sensation, online gamer. Ha! Have you seen my previous streams? One, I'm a terrible gamer. So I don't think I'm gonna be making any money off of that, Terry.
Utilize the central lift. Take it up to the airbay and investigate the Militesi flagship.
And yeah, you know, I'm really making a killing with my, what is that, 161 subscribers? Very grateful for all the subscribers. So,
May the crystal guide you.
thank you everyone for your support. I hope you are enjoying all the concerts I've been posting, and I guess now flute tutorials and other things. I watched like 10 seconds. It was something. Hey man, 10 seconds is better than nothing. I will take it. Still appreciate your support. Anyways, yeah. Things aren't so bad. I'm actually kind of happy. Wow. I hope that was supposed to happen. Oh good, that was supposed to happen. Usually when you see question marks on a boss, it means you have no chance of winning, so guess it doesn't really matter if I get smoked a few times. Yeah, so like I was saying, I'm actually kind of happy that that this reset button's been pushed, because I was definitely falling into the trap of working for the sake of working and not actually doing some of the things I really wanted to pursue. You know, trying to chase this dream of owning some properties and then leveraging it. But yeah, I think this might serve as a little bit of a setback. Really need to wait for some of the dust to clear. No one's buying anything right now. Actually, that's a lie. There are definitely people who have the means. Buying up properties, buying up resources where they can, converting cash to assets before the fallout, which I'm assuming will be a economic depression given just the amount of debt the entire world's in, but also the fact that this is all coming to pass during a pandemic. Doom and gloom, blah blah blah. Skip that. So I've been spending the last few days trying to figure out, okay, where can I put my money? Money I make, where should it go? And oh yeah. Oh, yeah. I have leveled.
What about you?
The operation is proceeding as planned.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to find places to put your money right now. I mean, I have some money in the equity markets, but as you know, they're crazy volatile, which doesn't bother me. I have a high tolerance for volatility, so whatever. But
Well, sounds like we're all on schedule.
market's kind of going up. Well, yeah, Cheryl. Actually, that is exactly what I would love to do. It's a little hard when I'm here and all my resources are in Canada, and I wasn't able to set up my business in Belgium before this happened. And now, you know, government's sending me letters to pay taxes in Belgium, and I'm just kind of like, I'm a dependent, man. I haven't even started working. I just got registered. What is going on? I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing right now. I've read on multiple forums that the Belgian tax code is a complex mess, and you definitely need someone to navigate it for you. When the smoke clears and you can fly back.
The counterattack took the Empire by surprise.
Oh yeah, don't worry.
And the battle seemed to favor the Dominion.
I'm gonna go in guns a-blazing when
Then,
this all
3
clears
hours
up,
into the
but
operation,
something tells me this
many
is gonna
of the Dominion's airship
be
squadrons
a
had not yet
3
fully
to
achieved
5
their
year slog.
objectives. A lack of experience combined with Imperial counterattacks
I'm sure I'll be able to
was
fly before then,
jeopardizing the
but
operation. To make matters
governments
worse,
are opening up their borders, or Belgium started testing out, opening up some of their borders, and Germany as well, and businesses have started opening up here, and I know a lot of people are excited about that, and this should be viewed as a good thing, but for me, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense given insufficient testing, don't have a vaccine. The economy is going to crash anyways, and boy is it going to be an ugly one. We're just kind of delaying the inevitable, and we're putting a lot of lives at risk in the process. And I know there are a lot of people suffering, they've lost a lot of jobs, so forth, blah 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 blah. Hope to God not 5, that means I might not see you guys forever. Yeah, I really hope it doesn't go that long, but I also, I don't know about you, but I don't really feel comfortable having you travel here if it's not safe, and I'm sure you feel the same way. Lindsay and I were talking about possibly, you know, finding a way to bring you over, pay for your flight, but yeah, we really don't know what things are going to be looking like in the next few months, so rain check on that one. you know, we'll set up a call with you and we'll see what options are available to us in the coming months. But I appreciate the optimism. I think I'm gonna move off of this topic soon because it is kind of dark, but come on, Terry. There's like 3 black people in Markham. You don't have that many options for replacements. I am Token. I will always be your Token. There is no escape. Should have read the tutorial. Am I supposed to like... Oh my god, shouldn't it be like just...
Get word upstairs.
Cool.
Prepare to deploy.
Yeah, was I supposed to kill that other guy? Anyways, yeah. Can't get rid of me that easy. Actually, Terry, I might consider trying, what's that terrible, shooter game you play online all the time? Can't remember the name of it.
Imperial troops are descending.
But if you're interested, I might consider getting that, and then we could actually stream some of our matches and chat that way when you have time. Overwatch, that's the one. That's the game. Yeah. Do 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 do. A little distracted. I'm looking at co-op games now. Epic is doing a sale. It's mostly shooters. Why? Yeah, anyone watching this video later, I am terrible at shooters. Yeah, it's embarrassing. I know I could probably practice and get better at it, but I feel like there's probably better uses for my time. No offense to people that love shooters and, you know, spending their time doing that. Just not for me. What co-op games are you seeing?
What? There they are.
Hone your skills, Kevin. Look. I know I was talking about pushing my comfort zone and learning new skills, but I think this is where I draw the line. Oh yeah, Borderlands 3. There was someone else interested in playing that. I think it was Eddie, actually. But I told him you bought the game, and maybe we should both get it for Steam and play with you, but he wanted to get it for PS4, so I said forget it. Don't waste your life on not shooters. Hey man, it's my life. I'll do what I want. I'll waste my life on whatever I want to waste on, including learning the flute. Which I am learning to love more and more every day.
The signal's coming from just beyond there. Take it out.
I'll probably be posting... I don't know if Ed has a PC that can run this stuff. That's a good point. I don't know how good his laptop is, but I mean... He's pretty good at optimizing what he has and replacing parts and all that good stuff. So I suspect his PC's decent. Then again, maybe not for Borderlands. We've mostly been playing Terraria together, and then he's gone through a rough patch in his life, so we haven't really played anything of late. But I'm sure... I don't know, I'll talk to him again about it and see what he wants to do. Just trying to find ways to stay connected with people and not get overrun by the work schedule I've created for myself. It's actually crazy. I was working a lot before the lockdown, but I think I've increased my workload by about 50% since this started. Yeah, I'd be down for good. Awesome. Oh man, I should have been paying attention. Yeah, get out of here. I take it you have the day off of work, Cheryl. I'm really surprised that you've tuned in for this. That's really cool. Also really glad you're embracing the technologies, you know? Proud of you. I have some mandatory vacation time coming up. My company doesn't want us all using up our days when we feel like yeah, typical. That would be an inconvenience for them. Oh, he gave up, so I can't kill him anymore. Whoa, they give you stuff. Huh, neat. Oh, sorry, I missed that. You know, I don't think Cheryl's Apple tablet's gonna cut it for Borderlands. Whoa. Okay.
Don't let them escape. We'll show you the power of MA.
Oh good, there's no timer? Then I will kill you all for the EXP. Ooh. Wow. Speaking of EXP, just leveled. Booyah. Oh, you're so annoying. Don't worry, you won't suck at shooters compared to... I swear, you... To this day, I don't think I've met anyone that trolls as hard as you do, Terry. You are savage. And I miss it. But yeah, Cheryl, I'm an embarrassment. Complete embarrassment. I swear.
Yeah.
Japanese companies come up with the worst names for their characters.
Yeah, I saw.
Or Squaresoft.
Come on, Machina.
All right.
Also, this voice acting is terrible. But
Magic has been restored in some areas.
what can you do?
Anyone who can still fight, gather in front of the facility.
How's Lynn's at this? Well, she's never played this particular game. We mostly play, actually, we've been playing a lot of Diablo 3 together. Armless to scatter and re-raise if I put this one off. Oh, I can actually die now. Cool. Good to know. She was playing one shooter for a while.
With an onboard jammer.
Man, I feel like such an old fogey. I can't think of the name of this extremely famous shooter that everyone plays, and it's for free. Terry, help me. There's Overwatch, and then there's this shooter. Fortnite! That's the one. Don't need your help, Terry. Get out of here. Yeah, she was playing Fortnite for a while. Randomly downloaded and just started playing on the PlayStation, and I was kind of shocked. Yeah, actually, she was she was okay at it.
once you find the target.
For someone that literally never plays, okay, not literally, because I just told you she plays Diablo 3. But for someone that almost never plays video games.
Understood.
Yeah, I already figured it out, Terry. I don't need you. She did a pretty good job at Fortnite. And she got bored, as she often does. There's a bit of delay on these messages. Yeah, I know. I'm actually looking at the messages on my laptop as I'm playing. Looking at the stream on my laptop while I'm playing. So I can see just how far beyond you are.
Vessel 6 has been confirmed destroyed.
Lactose, the delay is actually not that bad.
What about
it's
the
like
401st and 903rd?
10, I can't reach either
10
company,
seconds,
sir.
I think.
Keep trying.
Sir, Byakuya-ten. Byakuya-ten. This is Kusabi.
Bring me that
Respond.
survivor. The one from the 161st.
Had I known this worked so well, I probably would have done this years ago. Minus the talking part.
Corporal
Would have
Boz,
just
161st.
streamed games.
You are certain you saw the enemy using magic?
Yes, sir.
My understanding is that after witnessing this, you fled from the battle. Then your unit was annihilated.
Oh, you're
Is
gonna
that correct?
die, buddy. You're gonna
Yes.
die.
I felt it was my duty to report.
In the Militesi army, we do not tolerate soldiers who flee from their fear. The 161st Company was wiped out by Dominion magic. Clean this up.
Sir.
Oh, you didn't kill him. Huh. That's surprising. Oh,
So even
spoke too
keep
soon.
the Vermilion bird crystal in check.
Yeah.
Well, this sucks.
Oh
Where
yeah.
do these rats crawl out
To
from?
further answer your question, Lindsay has also been playing one of the games on PS Plus from last month called Dirt, and it is a rally racing simulation. She's been playing that occasionally, and she seems to kind of enjoy it. The graphics are really nice, the scenery is really nice, and they're real courses. They're courses that actually exist in real life, so
This really sucks.
it's kind of cool watching her try different things. I mean, you know, she's always constantly growing and expanding her horizons, but I mean, in the last 2 months, she's really
Our goal is to occupy the building.
just the way she views things, the way she thinks, she's just really grown, and it's so cool to watch all the changes that are happening. Largely because we're locked at home and life as we know it is forever gone. It's a new world now, folks. And it's definitely adapt to the situation or get left behind. But she's adapting really well. I'm impressed. Like, all the things she's been saying for years she can never do, never be able to adjust to, she has done it rather quickly without complaint. And yeah, as I was saying, it's really cool to watch your partner grow and develop that way. It's really inspiring. What am I supposed to be doing? Blowing stuff up. Blowing stuff up. There's some cadets in the arena. You have to save them. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, just seeing what people are up to, even on Facebook. I've been catching up with a few people on Facebook chat.
This sucks.
Yeah, everyone's been
Same
forced to
old
adapt,
routine.
and some people are
Try
doing
something
a really
new.
good job with it. Because they've always kind of been entrepreneurial in its spirit, creative, and some other people I've noticed aren't doing so hot, and you know, I hope they find their stride soon. It's also one of the reasons why I want to start this podcast.
Now then.
But it's going to take a few months to set up. I think I really need to A, do my research and learn about the psychology of motivation, and B, learn how to ask good questions, good targeted questions, and to pull out the answers I want to get from my interviews. So it's gonna take some time, but now that I've changed my schedule for these lockdown concerts, I have way more time during the week to read, and finishing on my French exams on
They summoned here inside my jammer field?
Tuesday.
How?
So tomorrow is gonna be a cram session for Lindsay and I for our French exam. But yeah, we were doing some practice today with that too, on a side note. And man, you know, we were actually surprised with how much French we've learned this year, despite... Oh geez, what is going on? Oh, I'm so powerful all of a sudden.
Who are you?
Oh, I could just... prance. Okay, fine. Did I miss? No. Let me just take this guy out first. It's a bit of a distraction. Ooh, it transforms. It's like, what are those things called from our childhood? Did you ever watch Zoids, Terry? I mean, this is from way back when, maybe like 20 years ago. Anyways, this boss kind of reminds me of that. Alright, Cheryl, looking forward to hearing your podcast. I've been listening to motivational speakers and reading books for years. Yeah, it goes a long way. It goes a long way for also lifting your spirits and, you know, listening to some good motivational videos. I actually subscribe to a whole bunch of channels for that, and I'm often watching Gary V videos. He does a lot of marketing. He's a marketing expert, but mostly for social. Knows a lot about Facebook. Watch him. I've been watching a lot of Robert Kiyosaki. He's the author for Rich Dad Poor Dad. Wait, do I? And you know, his lessons have been really informative, including talking about where he thinks people should be investing their money right now, like for physical assets. Because of him, I'm actually, well, not actually because of him, but I'm really interested in stocking up on physical silver right now. Just figuring out the logistics behind that, but yeah, silver is insanely cheap right now. It's like 16 USD an ounce, which, you know, pretty low. And I suspect once the dust settles from all this, the price of silver is going to skyrocket. It's been on a multi-year low, and I'm really looking forward to taking advantage of that in the coming years. But anyways, I'm not going to keep talking about finance because, you know. You want sterling silver. Are you offering? I mean, I won't say no. Oh wow. Oh, I did. Okay, so that I did terrible. Oh well. What can you do? Yeah, no, I'm looking to collect silver wherever I can and just hold the physical asset. And then find avenues to resell it after the fact, because it's Oh yeah, as I was saying earlier, rocking a hard place.
This sucks.
You leave your money in the market, and assuming you made really good investment choices, you might be okay. But for the next 5, probably 5-10 years, I suspect stocks are gonna be underperforming. I don't think they're just gonna keep going up indefinitely for the next few years, as people keep saying. There's gonna be a massive correction, and it hasn't come yet.
No
Awesome,
way.
thanks, Joe. If you pull your money out and you leave it in the bank, the amount of money governments are printing right now is insane. So inflation is just gonna destroy any value you have in money. So now you're trapped there. I really wish I owned a property like you.
I've lost contact with the 204th and 208th.
I know you've also been going through some rough times,
Get our
but
men out of there.
you've done really well for yourself, and I think that's something worth being proud of. And I hope Lindsay and I can get something going soon.
Retreat!
Send HQ a code.
Right now, we're just trying to find creative ways
We're transitioning to Operation
to utilize
Northern Dawn.
the liquidity of our money.
To come this far just to
Inflation will wipe out the cash value, but people with low.
6 hours into the operation, Rubrum's Agito Cadet Class 0 achieved its objective, and the Dominion succeeded in taking back its territory.
In what way?
That Class 0.
I mean, if you run a corporation, you're leveraging debt, you're laughing right now because governments are printing money and then giving it to you. So you're just collecting free money while your operations still go. I guess it depends what business you run, though. I mean, obviously, if you're in a restaurant business, you're definitely falling on some hard times right now. But if you're in real estate, running condos, or
we have all lost many friends and loved ones.
Oh my gosh, can I skip this?
And yet, here I stand before you.
Thanks, hope you guys can too.
That your strength of heart, your pure and noble desire to protect our
I've never been so tired of all my life. Oh my gosh.
Crystal was strong enough to
I don't think I can skip this.
I wish to express my heartfelt gratitude to the valiant warriors who accomplished this great feat.
I don't remember what I was saying. However, probably not that important.
We must also not forget those who fell in this terrible battle.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
The Militesi forces that still unlawfully occupy our territories and liberate our villages, cities, and citizens that continue to suffer at the hands of the Empire. Rubrum is not in this alone. All of Orience must confront this challenge. I hope that you will all remember this as a new...
Chancellor! Everything the greetings in Lord.
That's kind of funny. I love how technologically advanced this society is, and it looks like he's using a glorified version of the paper cup telephone.
Historians may refer to this as Tempus Finis.
To talk to everybody.
This is not the beginning of the end. It is the first ray of hope, one that we've brought forth.
Yeah. So, Terry, anything new at work?
In 842 RG, an Ultima bomb, powerful enough to obliterate an entire continent, was dropped on the Black Peristilium in Lorica. In the blink of an eye, the Lorican Alliance, which had stood proud for 700 years, was completely erased from the continent of Orience.
Nuked. Yeah, I'd like to see my progress. Chapter 2. Huh. I already did a chapter. Look at that.
Raise the Vermilion banner.
Yeah. So many games
Fearing
I
an
still need to
attack
play.
with a second Ultima
They're
bomb,
preparing
the
for
Kingdom
possible
of
economic
Concordia,
downturns.
home to the Azure Peristilium, began defending the airspace over its
Yeah.
territory and that of the Dominion of Rubrum.
Yeah. Wow.
Concerned the war might spread to other
That's to be
nations,
expected, though.
Concordia
Not
sought
too
an
surprised
immediate
about that.
cessation of hostilities, but was rejected outright by the Dominion of Rubrum.
That seems like an odd choice, though. Is there really any
With
point
large portions of land
to you guys
occupied by the
coming
Empire,
back in?
the Dominion was reluctant.
Like,
to
are you
accept
noticing
ceasefire,
a lack
as
of
that would be a
efficiency
silent
with everyone working
concession
from
to the
home?
Empire's act of aggression.
Do you guys have a specific platform that you use to communicate on, like Slack, or do you use Teams or
The
Zoom?
Consortium of Eight, Rubrum's
How are
supreme
you guys
ruling
making
council,
this
spent
work?
several days debating how to recover their lost territory.
With our forces'
We
current
use
state,
Teams and 8x8.
do you really believe we can defeat the Empire?
Yeah, Lindsay's entire
We'll have to
lab
abandon our outer
just switched to
territories and
Teams.
focus on defending the capital and retaking key strategic areas.
And they're actually really enjoying it. It seems to be like a pretty good setup. I've only seen her use it once so far for a meeting.
We're lucky that it wasn't
Mostly been using Zoom. 8x8. I haven't noticed much of a difference in productivity, but I don't know what's going on.
My, you've quite the sense of humor. Do you really think a lessee would accede to the wishes of the consortium?
Actually, before I get to that point,
The Vermilion bird
what is this
crystal was
8x8
by
you
an
speak
enemy
of?
lessee. It was put in danger. There's no way that its lessee could refuse to aid us in this
Voice
situation.
video chat contact
And if the
center.
lessee
Huh.
operated by that
Haven't heard of
logic,
that
you
before.
might actually have a point.
Only the Vermilion bird crystal has the power to direct the lessee to help us. And the wills or won'ts surrounding that do not a productive discussion make.
Ready for business
Might
from
I offer a
anywhere. Stay
suggestion?
connected with the secure cloud
I
platform.
understand the cadets who were involved in the liberation of the capital were unaffected by the jammer and managed to repel the White Tiger lessee.
Huh.
Can we create more soldiers with the same magic
$12 a
technology
month.
used to create them?
Man, these companies are gonna make a killing by the end of this. All these communication platforms. Now that businesses are held at gunpoint and have to adapt. I hadn't heard of it prior to using it. We used it
Sorry
for,
I'm late.
for a phone system, but started using its other functions when the world ended.
I can't simply repeat what I've done with the children. And the tech itself is classified. Disclosure is out of the question.
Oh, okay. It's kind of annoying to have to
Dr. Aracia,
use so many different platforms.
about the crystal
So,
jammer?
I feel like every
Very
time I
little, I'm
want to
afraid.
talk to someone or
I
need to
can
talk to
say with
someone,
certainty, though,
we're
that no
contacting
human
each other
could
a
operate the
different
jammer.
way to do a voice
It
chat.
would take a lessee.
Had
However, my
people
scanners
contact
haven't
me
detected any
using
major disruptions
Facebook
since
chat.
Lorica's little disappearing
Have
act.
had people contact me through
Based on the
WhatsApp.
data,
I've had people contact me through
believe that
Discord,
something has happened to the lessee,
Zoom.
and the jammer is inoperable.
Even if that's true, do you
Oh
have an
jeez.
actual plan?
There was
to get us
another
out
one
of
I
this
had
current
never
mess?
heard of that my
Just
friend in
deploy the
Germany
cadets.
used to have a conference call with me.
I
I
believe
can't remember what
that
it's
is
called,
the
but anyways.
best way to turn the tide of battle
I didn't realize there were
without
that many
compromising our
options.
defenses.
It's annoying, but I'm happier. It's not
Undeniably,
centralized
the
and whatnot.
Agito cadets would make for
Very
a
good
perfect
point.
implement of
Yeah,
war,
yeah, I
but
can't argue that.
Would it not be seen as an expansion of the role of those defending
Yeah,
the
I can't
Peristyle?
argue that.
Oh, if the lessee won't help us, what choice do we have?
Very well. Shall we defer to the Chancellor's
I wonder
judgment?
if I should skip all these cutscenes, or I should actually let them play out for the sake of the stream.
Each of us will be put to
It's a pretty old game. I doubt anyone's
even
gonna
the
care.
Agito cadets. And if Rubrum is at stake, they would welcome those challenges.
Very well, then. Shall we make it official?
Oh shoot, did you mention something about I'm basically only watching for the cutscenes. It kind of takes away from the whole thing. Yeah, probably. In truth, it probably does. But you know what? Screw you! This is my channel, and I'm gonna stream however I want to stream. Bad business, I know. But I'm actually doing this more so for me right now. Didn't believe the rumor was a crimson club, blah 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 blah. Oh Lord. What are you gonna see? Cool. Nice. Cheryl, I think I read earlier that you were gonna watch a live stream of a Matt Mays concert. Has that already happened? Oh. Stereo field. I didn't know they did that. I mean, they've probably been doing this for a long time, but I've never played any of these games with headphones before. So depending on which way I turn the camera, the sound moves from left to right channels in my headphones. Yeah, okay. I feel like... okay, what was I doing? Alright. Follow the yellow brick road. Whoops. Oh man, that's awesome. I mean, kind of sucks for most musicians, but I guess if you're already a big name, this kind of works in your favor. Don't worry, Cheryl. I'm sure there will be many other famous artists streaming free concerts from now until eternity. I think this format is now here to stay. I only found out last week. Was that all they wanted me to do? You raised 35,000 for mental health, and that's less by community business. Oh, nice. Oh man, for mental health. Sounds like a very successful concert. Huh. What's the energy like in Halifax at the moment?
Let's cut through the formalities. I am now your commanding officer.
You guys have fallen on some pretty hard times.
Yes. As of this moment,
the
you
last
are under my command.
few months.
The authorization came directly from Arch-Sorceress Auracia Alracia.
Are things starting to kind of return to normal, or?
Take a hike, yo. We only take orders from Mother. Got it? You're not wanted here, yo.
Oh. Wow, that was a hard hit.
Ow, you son of a bitch, that hurt!
That's enough!
Ooh, this guy is pretty tough.
Outclassed.
Not for long.
He said it was Mother's decision. Are you saying you won't follow Mother's orders?
Satisfied? Good. Henceforth, you will execute Dominion missions under my command. When you have no assignment, you will live here, at Academia, with the other cadets.
On campus?
Yes.
We never had to do that before. Why start now?
Does that come from Mother, too?
Yes. Those are Dr. Auracia's orders. Also, Cadet Machina, Cadet Rem, enter. 2 new cadets have been assigned to Class 0, starting today.
Machina Kunigiri. Hello.
Rem Tokimia. Nice to meet you. Let me guess. Chaperones?
Your time is yours until you receive further orders.
So what changes have happened in terms of COVID restrictions? Are small gatherings allowed now? Are certain shops open? I'm assuming restaurants and cafes and stuff are still closed.
Yeah. Thanks so much for helping
as those would be a hotbed for
Seriously, though,
transmission.
I can't believe Class 0 is real. Why, my friends and I were sure yourselves were just one of Academia's urban legends. Now we were. And you're so powerful. Just 3 of you took down a l'Cie. Oh, which reminds me. Why were you able to use your weapons in...
Peeps are allowed to beaches. Wow, that seems like a really bad idea. Ah, man. Yeah, the beach situation just seems like a terrible idea. I hope people just opt to stay home. What a surprise, Terry. What a surprise.
Starting today, I'll be relaying mission information and instructions from the Dominion. I am the Military Operation Organization and Guidance Logistics Expert.
How are your parents doing?
for short, Kubo.
Terry?
Some prefer to call me the Military Operation Guide, or MOG, Kubo. You can call me whatever you want. I hope to be of service, Kubo.
Whatever I want? How about...
Oh my god. 6 feet apart? Who's policing this? Like, come on.
No, Kubo. No,
we're so gonna get hit by a second wave.
I do have a proper name, Kubo.
Belgium is actually doing really well despite having, I think, the most deaths per 100,000.
That's too hard. Moglin's good enough.
But Oh, they're good. Divorce some railings from the deck. Your dad's obsession. So that should keep them busy for a while. It's only a matter of time before that man just builds a second story to the deck and connects it to the master bedroom. He's just gonna keep expanding that indefinitely. Alright, where am I going? Whoops. Ugh, gotta stop doing that. Losing on. Holy smokes. I did not see that one. I mean, that being said, Lindsay and I have passed through a bunch of streets that have a lot of how should I say this? I guess people in opposition of the government, protesting the government. A lot of hippies just, also just a lot of hippies expressing their rage against the machine. There seems to be a lot of discontent, but all things considered, I think the Belgian government's kind of handling this pretty well. Could they do better? Probably. But they seem to be pretty organized about it. They did a really good job of keeping people off the streets. They were a little aggressive with the ticketing at the beginning, but I mean, it worked. Like, the city, up until last week, was just empty. Ghost town. Really great to ride your bike through, though. Don't even need to obey traffic signals, because what's the point? There's no one on the road.
Hi.
But yeah, I'm gonna look that video up, or actually, if you could just send me the online article, I presume you were looking at. Was it Brussels Times you saw this on, or was this, were you on like Reuters and it came up in one of their...
It's called a cemetery.
Their feeds.
What's a cemetery?
Here we carve the names of the fallen, so their legacies may live on.
Because we are unable to retain memories of those who died before us.
But I heard that the crystal removes our memories to help us, so that the living won't be tied down to the dead.
That's why we leave our knowing tags behind before we go to battle. As proof that we lived. If no one comes to pick up a tag, it means that person died.
Then that name is engraved here, as the name of someone who died for the Vermilion bird. I always make sure to write down the names of everyone that I meet, or go out on a mission with. Then after a mission, I check to see if there are any names I don't recognize. If there are names there that I don't remember, then I come here.
YouTube's pretty sensitive about anything that's remotely COVID related news. So it wouldn't surprise me if they don't want that circulating. Okay, yeah, they're just... I haven't read their COVID guidelines for posts since I don't really talk about it, although I guess I just did in this live stream, so, you know, I guess I'll find out if there's any fallout. I I should, yeah, actually probably read their guidelines for that. But it wouldn't surprise me if that's why it's not popping up. That's not what I'm saying. I don't really know what will happen if you start saying, you know, all the crazy things you believe, like 5G causes brain cancer, and how you believe that Bill Gates created this virus so that you know, he could then sell the vaccination and become the first trillionaire. Or any of the other crazy stuff you've told me in the last week or so. Yeah. Yeah, let's not test the waters. That's all if you talk one day. It's a very strange and confusing relationship, Cheryl. This is how he shows his affection. He treats you like shit. Only way to find out what I can do. Sure, stop me from posting the truth. COVID caused 5G. My reception is excellent right now. I wonder how I moderate some of these. Some of these comments. I see him friends like that. Oh, okay, that make it pretty easy. Not gonna do that right now. You're just starting to go find blah blah blah. Your next priorities, blah blah blah, yada yada. Strong enough, training hard. Rising activity if you don't. Cool.
Hi there. I don't believe we've met before. My name is Deuce.
King.
My name is Deuce. That's
what?
Unfortunate.
Arya? So, your name is Arya?
Alright, who's in my squad? Okay, no one. Reserves. Cool. Deck of cards. Except for these guys.
What is it?
Oh, man. for all the boring stuff. Oh my gosh, there's so many cutscenes.
What's this? It's a relic terminal, Kupo. A what?
Relic. An artifact shrouded in mystery, said to be born of the Vermilion bird crystal. I've heard it has the power to manipulate time and space.
That's according to some legends, Kupo. In the Dominion, we sync them with magic and use them for data input and communication, Kupo. You can save your data. And such, Kupo.
Kupo.
If I'm not mistaken, cadets can do all of that with the naturally occurring relics all over the world.
That's right, Kupo. If you find one, you should check it out, Kupo.
Huh. Okay. There's gotta be like a million tutorials. How much longer should I stay awake? This may... Don't want to destroy my sleeping schedule. Dude. Okay. Oh yeah, Terry, totally forgot to write down all the song requests you've made so far. Except, I think, Eleanor Rigby. I think that was the last one you had mentioned. I think Lindsay scoffed. I haven't heard the song before, which is probably an embarrassing thing to say on a live stream. Because I'm guessing it's really famous. But judging from her reaction, I'm guessing it's not that great of a song. Thanks for tuning in, Cheryl. It was really great to have you here and engage in the conversation. I was about to peace out, but yeah, Rixby is a big one. A little obscure pen made it. Once again, trolling. Well, thanks for joining me, guys. Enjoy the Rainbow Connection by Kermit the Frog. Unchained Melody, right. Yeah. I was listening to that with Lindsay. That would be a good one. Alright, well, now I actually have way more time to prepare for these things, so it's going to be easier to do requests. So I will get on them. Anyways, thanks for joining me, and yeah, peace out. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye, Cheryl. Oh my gosh, so many cutscenes. Why? Oh, not cutscene. Oh, thank goodness. Yep, will do, Terry. Take care. Well, luckily for you, you need to be about 70 before you run for... Okay, I guess Trudeau broke that. You need to be a really old dude to run for office. So, you know, you can chill out and do some live streams and do all the drugs you want, but you got to clean yourself up by the time you hit 50. Have a good 10 years before you run for prime minister. Oh my gosh, I can't do this right now. All right. What do we got? Not a whole lot. Huh. Doesn't tell you if it's an upgrade, just tells you who can use it. It's kind of annoying. No hesitate to ask. Okay, so this was a cool experience. Let's see what happens if I do this right now. Alright, it's getting a little late here, so I might actually sign off momentarily. But this was fun. It was kind of cool to have a few people tune in and just engage in random conversations for the last hour and 30 minutes. So I think I'll probably do this again. Maybe tomorrow I'm actually going to have like my first 3 days off since this whole thing started, so yeah. It's bedtime. Anyways, thanks for joining me, guys. And I hope to see you the next time I stream. And hopefully I'll have some other people to talk to next time as well. Alright, just gonna save and quit now. Enjoy the rest of your day or evening, depending on where you are. Cheers. Okay, so now I press U.